Hi everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I have a December daily project to share with you that is also part of the Allie Edwards Ambassador Instagram hop and YouTube hop. So I hope you enjoy seeing all of the star themed projects. Now I will have to say for my project, I had this idea in mind of kind of doing this window type of project. But then it turned into kind of a hot mess. I don't know what was going on, but it was just one of those projects where you had it in mind. You knew how it could come together, but then it just was not coming together. It probably didn't help that I didn't really think about, I should cut out this star picture with my cameo. Duh, right? That's pretty obvious, but I didn't do that. So I spent a lot of time wrestling, trying to make sure that I can cut the right pieces of the photo so that way I can still put things behind the other 4 star pieces. The whole story is about the 2nd of December. So I still have to share with you guys December 1st, but I wound up using this idea for the 2nd of December since I just wanted to document my candle and just finding simple joy in lighting a really festive candle. So that is what the story is about, and I just wanted to stick with the blacks and kind of the golds. And then that kind of got me hung up too because I was like, that kind of reminds me of New Year's. I think I was just being ridiculous as I was making this, but I still kept going, and I still was determined to see this idea come to fruition, because that's just the kind of scrapbooker I am. We're just gonna wing it, and we're gonna have fun, and I'm gonna figure it out. I am determined. So it took me a lot longer than I thought, but I got something in the end that I think is really kind of elegant and has a lot more white space than maybe I generally use. And I really like it. It's different than the other colorful December Christmassy type of spreads that I make. So in the end, it was worth all the work and all the struggling for no reason. But I got it. I got a good page and I love it. As you can see here, my X-Acto knife was not working. I don't know why. I probably needed to get my foam mat to be able to push through, but I wanted to cut out some of the candle photo because I wanted to put one of the transparency stars behind the photo. I'm using 2 transparency stars in the top left and then the bottom right. So it's kind of a diagonal. And then I'll use pattern papers in the other 2 corners. And I wrestled in this gold paper that says joy, and I again had to do some cutting with my X-Acto knife and making sure that it goes in where I want it to go in. And I kind of positioned it so you can see the word joy. And down in the bottom, I have a kind of gold polka dot. It's black paper, but it has gold polka dots. So that's going to be in the bottom. And I'm just making sure that you can see the joy in the way that I wanted it to without everything falling apart, because nothing is really glued down until I get it glued to the back of the one. As you can see, I think the transparency heart kind of fell out. So I just glued it down as best as I could to kind of hold it together, and it looks like a mangled mess on the back side, but it'll turn out good in the end. I also had a little gap down in the bottom left corner, so I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 over in that spot. I die cut the word joy to put right next to the block letter joy and kind of the window joy, I guess you could say, the star window joy. So that way I had 2 different kinds of joy, and it just reiterated the whole concept of finding joy in the little things. I also had some gold stars from another December daily kit. It was just part of my stash, but I wanted to use those since it matched my colors. Now, December Daily is all about the stories. So then I get this in my album and I have to figure out, where am I going to put the story? I didn't leave room for the story, so I'm going to figure that out in a little bit. So I'm putting down the 2 in the corner, and I've added those fun puffy gold stars, and now I am going to kind of erase my marks because I wanted to make sure that when I trimmed the paper you saw at the beginning, I wanted to make sure that I trimmed it correctly. Now I'm going to adhere it to the back of the first day, and the first day is the mind map. So I'm just making sure that I get everything you know, lined up. And I had to make sure the transparency was there as well because it kind of slipped. And then I adjusted the Joy title a little bit when I punched the holes, and just made sure everything was pushed down. Yep, it was a whole process, but I got it in the end. And after this is when I kind of decided, well, I need to have a story. And I had some really large tags from a couple years ago. So I am going to kind of use that as my template. And I start off with a little die cut star window that I made down at the bottom, and I used some of the black and gold paper to back it. And I don't know why my video didn't catch that, me putting that together, but that's what's at the bottom. I made that with my Cameo and using the star stamp set that's digital. And then I die cut the word remember and attach some more of the Joy paper up at the top. Decided to go ahead and use some gold washi tape kind of as a ribbon at the top as well. Going all in with the black and gold theme here, adding to the whole New Year's feel, I guess. I don't know. I should have thrown in some green. I probably could have thrown in some green, but I don't know. I wasn't thinking about green. I got out my favorite stamp set with the different phrases, and I'm just going to stamp a few. I wanted to have a prompt for the tag, and it says today's story, and then savoring over by the two. So I'm just going to draw out my lines. I've always done that for years. It works a lot easier for me to just draw out the lines. So I put yesterday, December 1st, didn't go quite as planned. I was exhausted and our field trip was canceled. I was supposed to go to the zoo with my daughter. I was so bummed. So I cleared off the messy counter. I started laundry. I got the music going really loud. And the most important thing is I turned on my candle warmer and I picked a Christmas tree smell. And it brought me such joy and added that little extra happy that I needed. And I put at the end of the journaling, little things, always. And then a little heart, because that's true. Little things always make the big difference. And my kids even loved the candle too. When they came home, they're like, oh, it smells so good in here. And it really does. It made all the difference, just having a little festive candle. And documenting candles and like scents like this, I've done before in the past. So it's a nice story to have back in my album. I'm using 2 of the sticker attachers so that way I don't have to punch holes in the tag, and then I'll put it in my album and it's done. I hope you have enjoyed this hilarious endeavor into making this project. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day and have fun watching the other videos. Bye.